Welcome to Deep Target's Customer Success webinar. Today we have an exciting webinar planned. You are going to get a sneak preview of an important innovation. The preview, Tom is going to handle the preview. I'm Brenda, and I have Helen Triplett with me today. And so let's go ahead and get started. Let's take a look for the agenda. I'm going to talk about the trends, what's trending. Then it'll be time to unveil the main event, and Tom will announce the new innovation from Deep Target. Then we will move into the awards, Campaign of the Month and Superstar of the Month, and we'll announce our Q2 award winner. And then we'll finish up today by picking our lucky winner for Java Joy. We're going to do a couple of questions during today's presentation. So if you have a question, you can type it into the question area. Okay, so let's take a look at what's trending. Industry analysts look back at social media during the year 2016, which was just 4 years ago, and they concluded that stories was Instagram's smartest move yet. It catapulted them into a close second place to Facebook, and today they are certain demographics that only use Instagram. Instagram has 1 billion monthly active users and 500 million daily users, and that's one-third of the most viewed stories are from businesses. And who would have thought that, right? So I want to introduce you to Tom. He's our Chief Revenue Officer who will take over to announce our new innovation from Deep Target. So Tom?
Thanks, Brenda. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, you should be able to see my screen now. So I'm going to go full screen here. You should be able to see that. Can you see that okay, Brenda? Just to make sure everybody else can as well.
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, good afternoon or good morning, depending on where you are in the country. We welcome everybody and thank you for taking the time to spend with us. This is really a great day for Deep Target and our clients as we unveil the results of several years of commitment to the product. We know you've invested in Deep Target and the product as well, and we're appreciative. Today, we capitalize on that investment to move you to a much higher level. We feel today's announcement is a game changer, and we thought hard about using that word or that term, and we don't see hyperbole, and we hope you agree with us. So I was able to kind of pre-release this to some industry insiders and some friends. One of those is a gentleman by the name of Tom Shen, and if you don't know Tom, he's kind of an icon, having served in the community bank space for a long time. Started a company called SDI. He was COO of Digital Insight, which is now NCR. He was Chief Innovation Officer at Q2. He was then founder of Malazai, which is now part of the Finastra family of products. When I showed this to Tom, he said, hey, this is really a cool innovation. When you combine this with smart marketing, you've hit a home run. So I respect Tom, and I've worked with Tom for a long time, and for him to say that, I greatly appreciate. We also showed this to Lynette McCluskey, who is with Heritage Federal Credit Union, and she said it much better than I could. And she said, after previewing the new user experience innovation, we were impressed by the forethought that went into the developing of this product. Excuse me. It appears that it will not only reach our members with relevant messages when and where they need them, but will also help us to effectively and efficiently build those communication channels. Every time I show this product, I get another great story or a great comment, so I hope you all agree. To understand the impact of this innovation, I'd like to just take a few minutes and overview the challenges of marketing in the community market space. And I apologize up front for delaying the presentation that you've all come here to see, but I think a top-down review will help me convey what an impactful release this is. Your organization has developed tons of products and services to meet the disparity of all your markets, but all products and services are not relevant to all users. So we have these great things we want to say, but there's only so many things that the end user has time or is willing to hear. The area of overlap we call is the relevance. It's the things we want to say and the things that the user is willing to hear. Moreover, if you offer products and services to that user that is not appropriate to their journey, you really damage the fundamental notion of what a community is. In community, you're showing that you know me. You can demonstrate that if you can demonstrate that you know me, or you can't demonstrate that you know me, I might as well go do banking with Wells Fargo or one of the other mega banks. So the challenge we have today is depicted by this spaghetti screen here. And that is often we have some kind of engagement platform within online or within mobile or within bill pay or within lending. But literally the left hand does not know what the right hand is doing. This makes you look not community. It also makes you inefficient and ineffective. So what we've released is something we refer to as the Digital Experience Platform, or the DXP. The goal here is to treat all your impressions as currency. If you're not familiar with the term impressions, it's every time you touch a customer or a member. So each impression needs to be treated as an asset. It needs to be recognized, valued, and utilized, just like every other company asset. A coordinated digital experience platform does just that. It maximizes your impressions. So this is kind of how we look at things here, and that is, it comes down to three parts. The first is the integrated targeting. Here we gather all the end user data and feed it into our intelligent targeting engine. What comes out is a unique stack or list of messages that is offered and tailored for each individual account holder. That stack is essentially my financial story. So Brendan just mentioned how Instagram is utilizing my story to maximize their end user impact. We're introducing my financial story to impact your end users and maximize that impression. As the account holder banks at each touch point where Deep Target's turned on, whether that be online banking, mobile, e-statements, or whatever, the next offer in the stack is displayed. This is truly the power of Deep Target. We make marketing both for more efficient and more effective. Here we also establish best practices. For our enterprise clients, targeting and creating a stack is not new, but as I show you our new engagement tools, you'll see how the stack and my financial story takes on a much greater significance and much greater importance. So I overlaid a slide that I used earlier with Deep Target's DXP reveals on it. Here you can see that we take all the data to inform what we want to say, and we portend what we believe the end user is willing to invest in or willing to hear. And then that overlap is the relevance. And the relevance is what we push out in my financial story that is channel and device optimized with the graphic associated with the impression of choice by the customer. So, in summary, this is why we're here today. Deep Target is releasing an exciting and unique way to engage with your valuable end users. I don't think you've ever seen anything like this before. We haven't, and anybody I've shown it to hasn't. But a picture's worth 1,000 words, so I won't belabor the slide, but I do want to point out that this significant new innovation is packed with a separate add-on, is packaged as a separate add-on product. So it has been designed to be easily bolted on to the Deep Target experience that you have today. It will not require any technical changes to deploy, and it can be just bolted on to how you're using Deep Target today. In fact, it leverages all that you've invested in already, from the data feeds to the intelligent targeting, through the pushing, all the performance analytics and reporting are all there, and that's one of the things that makes it so powerful. So let's begin the big reveal. I'm going to try to minimize my screen here, and hopefully now you should all be able to see my my phone. I'm going to unlock it here. So far it looks to be working. That's fantastic. So I'm going to put in my account number and log in, and up comes something that we think kind of looks like what a bank or a credit union mobile app might look like, with a listing of my relationships, maybe a balance, maybe the last 2 or 3 transactions listed on each screen. But when I get to the little banner at the bottom that flips around to my financial story, which hopefully will be soon, I depress that, and up pops 3D Storyteller. The first thing I wanted to tell you is this is a framework. So as I said, there's really no technological lift, but you get to populate, you, the financial institution, gets to populate whatever the messaging is inside. So in this case, this one's personalized. Frank, welcome to our community at Spotlight Federal, right? You can't really see me, but I'm using my thumb now to kind of page through Frank's financial story. We've seen that Frank happens to visit with us at certain branch locations, and we're now informing Frank that one is opening up at the Whitesburg and Drake Avenue location. The next one is we've targeted Frank for a car loan. See how easy it is to make it to find your next car. Now I can go forward, I can go backward. Let's say I like that previous message that I got. In this one, it's a social distancing issue with COVID-19 that we want to validate. And then I can page over to the one I want to. I can swipe up, I can swipe down, I can create a very three-dimensional look for Frank. Again, this is all customized to Frank and what he does. A couple of things that are really cool is I can link to whatever I want to link to. So if I click on this issue about college scholarships, I can go to Frank and it will go right to a message for Frank talking about how he can capitalize on or apply for a college scholarship that we may be endorsing. I can also link to different places. I can link to a different app, or I can link to a different place within your app. So you can see how powerful the system is by being able to link to many, many different places and being able to, again, include a much greater experience for Frank that he's probably ever had before. So now I'm going to log out of Frank, and I'm going to log into a different persona. In this case, it's Elise. And you'll see that when I bring up Elisa's accounts, they're a little bit different. In this case, Elisa's persona is that she's a little bit more of a higher end or VIP customer or member. So in this case, it happens to be Elisa's birthday. So you can see it's very targeted to Elisa. Today's her birthday. Congratulations, Elisa. You know, we can make her an offer or do whatever we want. In this case, because I said Elisa is a higher end user or member, one of the things I'm saying here is that she probably has money to save. So we want to give her better savings utilities that she can use. We've also assigned to her her own virtual assistant, so she can click on this to go back and be introduced to her virtual assistant. And in this case, we're introducing a video. So we can actually click on this and actually have this play videos. You can put your own text superimposed over the video. So again, it's incredibly engaging, and people can really see a hook or a differentiating level of experience that they would have with your financial institution. So I'll just thumb through these a little bit, again, just to give you a feel for the three-dimensional tools. This panel I like a lot because it's incredibly customized for Alyssa. Number one, it says her name, Alyssa, captures her in her attention. You've been pre-qualified for a consolidation loan. By the way, we're going to save you $484.75 if you take advantage of this. Who would not click on this? And we click on this, and this takes Alyssa's information. It puts her information populating the fields for this product we have called Dough Today. And all Alyssa has to do is submit this to apply for that or to take advantage of that pre-approved loan. So I hope this gives you a good feel for what we're doing today and some of the really cool things that innovations that we're incorporating today. So let me just say the future of digital engagement we think is here. We hope you enjoyed the big reveal, which we call Deep Target's 3D Storyteller. We combined this with my financial story techniques, as Brenda pointed out, is being so used so successfully in different social media outlets. Most important, it's very relevant in engaging a digital experience platform, probably the best thing you can see on the planet right now. We also have a relationship with a company called FedFis. FedFis actually allows us to tell, or authorized to tell them in their experience and in their analysis, FedFis tells us that the average ergonomic growth organic growth for a financial institution somewhere around 8%. Our best-in-class customers are getting around 16%. Our goal is to move that to 25%, utilizing the DXP as well as 3D Storyteller. So with that, I'll conclude. And I guess at this point, we'll open it up to see if anybody has any questions.
Hey, Tom. Yeah, thank you. We have a few questions. The first question that came in was a good one. When a customer adds 3D Storyteller, do you still have the same reporting that you're used to in the analytics? And I'm going to flip this over to Helen and let her answer, if that's okay with you.
Oh, sure. Brenda, yes, definitely. All the performance analytics and reporting that you get today with Deep Target, like your clicks and leads, your influence conversions and management reports, all those are included within 3D Storyteller. So yes, everything that you're used to is available with 3D Storyteller.
Okay. All right. And then we have one other question. Oh, and one question just went away. Okay. One other question is, how difficult is it to add 3D Storyteller?
Well, the short answer is it's super easy, and you just decide which campaigns you would like to use as part of your story, and then create your story frames in the ad editor the same as you do with your standard ads. And then all you have to do is check and enable a story frame with that little check box there in the ad editor, and that is going to denote that that ad is used as a story frame. So that's how you create your stories.
Okay. All right, that's all the questions we have right now. I'm sure as you digest this and think through, there'll be plenty of questions that you come up, and you can always come back to us and ask. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys a video.
Well, let me mention as you're bringing it up, Brenda, as you take a second. This is really the demo of 3D Storyteller. I hope you're as excited as we are. I'm not sure when the last time. Whoops. Let me go ahead and finish that. You go ahead, Brenda.
Sorry about that, Tom. I didn't mean to cut you off, so you just go right ahead.
No, my fault. I think you were going to bring up my contact information slide.
Yes.
So while she's bringing that up, I got to ask, when was the last time you said, boy, I can't wait to go toe-to-toe with Citibank, Chase, Bank of America? I mean, it's really an innovation that nobody else has in the market today, especially the mega banks. And you can really demonstrate your community commitment, both in terms of community outreach, cross-selling, upselling, driving greater end-user productivity or greater end-user wallet share. So if I did this product any justice, you'll now see the deployment of 3D Storyteller is really the missing link to an enterprise-class digital experience platform that is rich, rapid, and relevant. We'll be sending you a link to the video that Brenda just showed, and it will also be on our website. The product is being officially released August 3rd and will be available for deployment August 3rd. Please like us on all the social media outlets, as we have a PR firm that's going to be putting this out on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, and the rest. We also have a return on investment calculator and some other brochures that we'd be happy to send you. So we can have you up and running probably within a week of executing a contract addendum to the master contracts that we already have in place. If you want pricing or any other information, you want the brochures or the ROI calculator, please contact me at any of the contact methods that Brenda's showing you right now, or you can reach out to your client success manager, whomever that might be. I want to thank you for your time and attention. I hope you're as excited about this as we are and I am. And now we'll move over to the Deep Target Awards and back to Brenda.
Okay, great. Hey, and also, like Tom said, this we'll announce to the public starting August 3rd. So go ahead and email Tom, call Tom, go ahead and reach out to him. We wanted to do the sneak preview for y'all so that you could have access to Tom and go ahead and get your contract signed before the floodgates open. So thank you, Tom. That was so exciting, and I just love that video. So we're going to kind of switch gears now. And I've got Helen with me, and we're going to go through the Deep Target Awards. So for the Campaign of the Month Award goes to Excel Federal Credit Union. We have Brittany and Coretta, and they did a great job on their auto loans.
And this is a shot of what their auto loan looked like. And their auto loan had a great message. They had 3 ways to save. They had low rates, cash back, and 90 days with no payments. So they were offering their members multiple ways to save. And they used engaging images, and they used orange text to highlight the ways a member can save. So that was really eye-catching. But what was great about this ad is in the month of June, it had an outstanding click-through rate of 4.2%. And since its deployment in May, it's had an overall click-through rate of 5.17%. So that's a really tremendous
Click-through
engagement rate. So
yes,
we're
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Y'all did a great, great job. All right, so now we move on to the Superstar of the Month Award, and that goes to?
That's going to go to Lebanon Federal Credit Union, Elena Smith there. And the reason reasons why we looked at this one as our superstar this month is that they are using the full capabilities of Deep Target and achieving outstanding results. And Elena Smith is their marketing specialist, and she's done a wonderful job with her campaign strategy. And for 18 consecutive months, Lebanon has had an outstanding engagement rating and a KMI in either the outstanding or excellent category. So that's really great results.
Absolutely. And, of course, we always like to look at the 10 best practices, and Elena did 9 out of the 10 that best practices were used. And we have noticed the trend that we've been telling everybody that if you use 5 out of these 10, you're going to get excellent results. So Elena did great. She used 9 of them. And also, if you look at our donut color over here, you can see the number of campaigns that she's running, and it's always good to have a good color wheel going. So congratulations there.
And on the chart, this chart highlights the level of detail in Lebanon's campaign framework. And you can tell from the donut chart on the previous slide that they were addressing a number of category types. So the donut chart shows you your categories. But this breakdown takes a deeper dive into the audiences that were set up for each category. And they had a number of pervasive all users campaigns for communications about things like services, member assistance, corona scams, et cetera. And they created general loans and saving campaigns. And then they started going down a level deeper. And then they started targeting at a category level using the loan or deposit accounts as a criteria. And then they even took it down another level to do generational targeting for different account types. And even though they were running 30 plus campaigns at one time, by using prioritization and personalization, they were able to get the right campaign to the right audience. So this was a really well thought out campaign strategy, and they've got really good results.
Absolutely. And here's some examples of some of the banners that they used. And you can tell, like, here's the student loan one, so that was targeted to college-age kids. And, you know, over here is, you know, here's another college one. Here's an auto one, you know. So anyway, great job. It takes a little bit more effort to be very targeted, but the results are outstanding.
So great job, Elena. That was really
Great job to all our winners. Very good. Okay. So now we're going to move into the winner of the Q2 Engagement Award. And again, this is over Q2. And you could do a customer success meeting or write a review or tag us on social media. And that award goes to
Tanya Smiley at Wepco Federal Credit Union, and we're happy to present that $50 gift card to her.
Absolutely. So we'll get that in email to you right after this call. So congratulations, Tanya. All right, and so we want everyone to play again. So we have another for Q3 engagement. We want you to sign up for a 30-minute customer success meeting because you know that those are so key and can help give you tips and hints. And also share the 3D Storyteller video. We will be sending this video link to you, and if you share it with your management team. And then also send us a quote about what do you think about 3D Storyteller. Are you excited? How can you use it? I mean, it's limited by your imagination, right? But make sure to send me an email so that you get credit, and each time you do one of these things, you get put into the drawing. So you could win a $50 gift card. All right, so now it's time for Java Joy, but before we pick our winner, last month we have Rose Wilson at Union Bank, and Rose shared with us that she was just a new employee, just had been at the bank a month and a half, and she was excited to get all the helpful hints on last month's webinar. And so, well, thank you, Rose. We're glad that you are one of us, and we hope that you enjoy your Java Joy. All right, so now it's time to pick today's winner. And Helen, you go ahead. All right.
Okay, let's see who's online, if we're still there.
Okay. So we have to check and make sure, because how you get your Java Joy is if you're still on the line at the end. And
okay, today's Java Joy winner is Latrice Brewster.
there you go.
From Horizons North.
From where?
Horizons North.
Okay, Latrice, congratulations. You'll be getting a gift card. We're excited that you joined us today. Okay. So we just want to thank you again for attending our sneak peek preview of our new innovation, 3D Storyteller, and we look forward to hearing all your comments, and make sure to go ahead and give Tom a call this week, or your customer success consultant. Let them know that you want to go ahead and get a contract before the floodgates open, right? And I want to leave you with this. This week on Financial Brand, Seth Godin, who is like the guru of marketing, he put out a quote that said, "The technology that has changed the marketing world and will continue to change it is the ability to treat people differently, instantly, and at scale. And this is what you must invest in." So Seth, we did not preview Seth on 3D Storyteller, but it sure sounds like he's talking about it. So anyway, this is a great quote, and I encourage you to go on Financial Brand and read the whole article. And I'll send you this link as well. And again, we just want to tell you thank you. We want you to reach out to Tom if you have any questions. And we want to thank you for joining us today. And mark your calendar for our next webinar. It'll be August 20th, and you can go on our website and go ahead and sign up for that. And have a safe and productive month. Thank you so much for joining us.